Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel, where last episode we stepped up to the railway guns to find Comrade S blocking our path, as with only a small amount of time before it fires, we rushed to defeat her as Chapter 5 came to its end. With the ILF then having supposedly achieved their goals, Class 7 returned to Trista as the members of the board gathered to discuss their future. Thankfully allowing them to continue their field studies, they have another concern to deal with as a group, deciding on what they will do for the upcoming school festival.
Who have I not spoken to here? Probably you. Try and come up with an idea for the festival soonish, okay? Though I guess it's easier said than done, what with the board's decision to go forward with your next field study. I know, we're pretty limited on the time we can devote to brainstorming. Well, I'd wait, better have a few ideas knocking around sooner instead of waiting until the last minute. The longer you take, the more the vice principal's angry rant and he'll have to endure. We'll do everything we can. Seems like with the festival and another field study coming, that this game's still got some legs on it. Very long legs. Beautiful legs. Hairy legs. I'm rather looking forward to what Class 7 does for the festival. You all come from a wealth of different backgrounds, each with your own unique experiences. In that regard, I'd like to see something that only such a gathering of individuals could do. We really need to pull off something great now that we're facing these kind of expectations. Obviously, I've still not done enough to afford whatever that final thing is. Right. I think we've spoken to everyone in the main building of the school. So now it's time to move on past that. Who's the husbando in Class 7? I'm not even kidding. I actually say compared to the females in the class, if we're talking about this, the guys actually have less interesting personalities by far. Most of the mystery and intrigue is centered around the women rather than the men. The seeds we planted have bloomed into beautiful flowers. I'm so happy for her. It's all because she poured so much love into them. Hey, nice. Right, what we got for fishing here with a Lake Lord Star? Let's get a bit of fishing in. Oh, golden! Oh, money! That gives Sepith Mirror, right? Interesting how all these fish seem to make a migration once I've caught them somewhere. Once we've been somewhere, they seem to migrate into this pool.
That's a catch.
Give me. Oh no, Space Mirror, Gold Salmon. CP Massive Recovery, that's one. Not money. What's the one that gives me money again? Gold Arowana? Isn't that the one? Speak of the devil.
Now that's a catch.
Gold colouring, whatever. Sepith Mass. There we go. 500 in cash. We've got to keep getting our fishing points after all, don't we? So whenever we get the occasion of fish, we should really take the occasion of fish. That's a small fish. It's been a long time since Have I ever caught fish like this? I don't even remember now.
Not bad.
An animal carp. Obviously I have. Can't remember it. For the guys, then, I say Gaius has that mysterious foreigner thing going on, you know, even though he's not really all that foreign. Buff and tool.
What even is this?
That's all anyone's interested in, the tool, yeah? Ooh, come on, fishes! Why'd it have to be one of you again? We didn't even get much for you. I guess at least Rean's gonna have nearly 200 CP from fishing then before we even get into another battle. Before we get onto a practical exam. Before we get into this old schoolhouse. Rean's got at least 150 CP just from fishing alone at this point. Well, that's our fishing done. Got our fishing points. Alright. Oh, Alan's lost, but Alan is learning. Alan is training. Of course, you're fighting the strongest person in the class now, aren't you? Friedel transformed into some kind of monster if you put a sword in her hands. But I won't give up. Not after the promise I made to Bridget. Good. You still have a long way to go, Alan. I get that you're focused on the festival right now, but you can't use that as an excuse to slack off. It felt like I was squaring off against a demon just now. Maybe I should fight Friedel. Damn, she's not holding back, is she? Still, the first years have gone pretty good. They're holding their own. It sounds like you're under the impression that you won't be joining us. As luck would have it, you're actually up next. Get over here. Take it. Hello, Schwarzer. I've been hearing rumors that Class 7 still hasn't decided what to do for the festival. Do tell me they're untrue. I wish I could, but they're true. How about your class? Decision already made? You should have expected no less. Not only that, we've started our preparations and even organised a practice schedule. Needless to say, things are proceeding very smoothly for us at the moment. Wow, that's really impressive, especially a month ahead of time. That's not to say I don't have any concerns, however. I come from one of the 4 great houses, meaning that rumours have been spreading about my family and their plans. This is exacerbated by the fact that I find the rumours believable. My family may well be up to something in secret. Patrick. They're only rumours, and the moment it's our priority to fulfill our duty to this academy. Which means you need to hurry up and decide upon an idea, understood? Will do. Good luck with whatever your class is up to as well. Patrick, he's growing as a person quite a bit. His views are getting more moderated. All of a sudden, his personality seems to have changed. It's good to see. Man, summer just flew by. We need to get used to swimming in the cold and fast. Especially since it's going to be like this all the way up until next summer. Well, Laura's already used to it, isn't she? You know, I would have expected that icy winter weather would be a sign for the swim club to take a break. But no, yes, we've got to suck it up and carry on some twisted academy tradition. I guess I'd better get used to swimming in the cold so I don't get sick or anything. Do you really not like have an oral heater for the pool or something? Today I'd like to try the butterfly stroke. Really? Isn't that a little advanced? Don't worry, it takes some getting used to, but I'm sure you'll be able to manage. If you put in the time to practice every day, you'll have it down faster than you think. Are they doing the standing in the pool thing again? They haven't got the animation. Laura's as strict as ever when it comes to practice. I can't deny it, she makes me want to work even harder though. We have to decide on what we're going to do for the festival soon. I'll see if any ideas come to me while I swim. Clear your mind, young one. Wait, that means Patrick is the most interesting male character in the school. Probably not far off, actually. I think in any plot or any game, any form of media, you're always drawn to the characters that are getting development, rather those that are simply what you see is what you get, right? Those that can change, morph, grow, far more interesting than anything else. Second years don't have to take part in the festival if they don't want to. They say it's because we're at the point where we're supposed to decide what to do with the rest of our lives. But seriously, it's the only time we ever get to be students, right? Might as well enjoy it while I can. I plan on helping any and all clubs that will be making use of the field for the festival. What could Elisa and Ferris's class have in store for us? I do wonder. Let's go over to the horse place. Are you still rivals, are you? I planned on questioning my brother about the noble faction's intentions while he was here for the board meeting. However, he managed to deftly dodge my queries and avoided anything even remotely resembling an answer. Politics! There's definitely something odd going on with them. The noble faction, I mean. I've even heard rumours suggesting they're linked to the terrorists. At any rate, it's our responsibility as nobles to do all we can to understand what's really going on. And our life here at the Academy, particularly our field studies, provides us the perfect opportunity to do so. I agree. Obfuscating the truth. Obfuscating whatever. However you say it. I know the word. I know words. We pretty much locked down our festival plans over in Class 5. I'm thinking about helping out the riding club instead, though. Mainly because I'd like to put the things I've learned here to use. You just want to hang out with Eustace, that's what you want to do. Haha, simply perfect, Whitcomb. That has all shall go splendidly if you keep up this pace. I imagine I'd be more interested in riding my horse than anything else. But I think you see what bias I have towards characters anyway. When, going back to the character discussion, when I do my my bonding sessions. Oftentimes it'll be like big events and their things, and I might change my decisions a little bit. Those are the ones I'm interested in getting more story out of, because we haven't got as much. Hey, Rean. Ha, speak of the devil. I was just talking about you. What's to tell you about you guys struggling with your plans for the Academy Festival? It's embarrassing to say, but it's true. Well, you've had so much on your plate with field studies, who can blame you? You're part of it too. Come on, help me out. You can start thinking of stuff now. That's all that out of the way, though. Good point. But it'd be nice if you'd actually lend us a hand or come up with something. And if I did, I'd be denying you youngsters a valuable lesson in independence. How could I live with myself? Sounds like Crow's already made himself at home in Class 7. It sure does. In fact, they're getting along so well that I think he should spend another year with them. Hold on, Gellica. Yeah, Jellica, you're not seriously hoping I get held back a year, are you? What did I ever do to you? That reminds me, actually. What did you all do for last year's festival? We were in different classes, so we all did different things. My class had a little attraction that used some machines I built myself. Oh, you certainly showed off your stuff with that, didn't you? Meanwhile, I had the pleasure of playing the leading man in a play we held in the auditorium. Now that was popular, I bet. For which I mean all the girls went absolutely crazy for her and almost tore the auditorium down. Of course, I had to wade through that sea of admirers to get to my top priority, Towa's class cat cafe. Just remembering how impossibly cute she was in her cat outfit sends shivers down my spine. Wow, I didn't know you could weaponize cuteness. But not only did Crow take charge of helping out a bunch of different places, he even organised our performance to close out the festival. You all did a performance together? Yeah, nothing too fancy. Might have been almost as popular as Jellica's play though. I don't know. Well, let's not be humble now. It was far and away the most popular event at the festival. The audience was so excited that Towa managed to get over her initial nervousness and get really into it. Now I've got to know what this was. Maybe I'll tell you about it some other time. Speaking of Towa, actually, we really can't thank you enough for what you did while the trade conference was going on. I guess that applies to Crow too. I don't even want to imagine what would have happened to her if you hadn't stopped the railway guns. Okay, turn off the warworks. No need to thank me for helping a buddy. He's right. Besides, it wasn't like we were the only ones involved either. I'm just glad we're all here safe and sound and could joke around about the festival like this. That's all the thanks I need. Even so, thanks, Rean. Good luck on coming up with something. Seconded. If you need us to lend you a hand, just ask. I'll do just that. That's what I was doing. Whatever we end up doing for the festival, I'm going to take a background role and just work my magic behind the scenes. Technically still a second year, so if I help you out too much, it wouldn't exactly be a fair contest, you know. It's hoping you guys managed to figure out something good. What do you mean it wouldn't be a fair contest? We're already down on manpower by like half a class. I can't thank you enough for helping get Towa back safe and sound. If you need any tech-related help for the festival, you just let me know. It's nowhere near enough to repay the favour, but it's all I can do. Well, I do wonder if I can make myself some more good stuff. We've got all the slots though. Look at this sepif I have. The main thing I'm interested in is seeing if I can make some stuff to then transfer over into some other bigger stuff. But to be honest, the stuff I get out in the world anyway just generally seems to be better. Ragnar Vortex we haven't got though. That'd be kind of cool to have. I mean, action 3 increasing your speed by 9 is not as good as most of the other speed ones we've managed to get at this point in time. Not that there's anything stand out there, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, wait a second. Let's go to your shop a second. What are you selling? EP charge, yes. You're selling more Master Course? Was this one here before? I don't remember. Pandora, maybe? Damage offensive arts is raised, more EP confuse. Increases obtained experience. Megalith. Earth Lance, Grand Press, Earth Pulse, Lacrest. Obtained experience multiplied by 1.25. Is that just for the character or for the whole party? HP, EP, CP regenerate on field? Effect small. Ooh. Damage offensive arts range consumed EP multiplied by 1.5 for 1.2 damage. I'd like something a bit better than that. Criminal's pretty cool as well for just being able to do strict criticals. Right. I guess in a game that's turn-based like that, having your EP multiplied to do stuff isn't exactly that bad. Because of course you just want to eke out as much damage as you can per turn. Apparently the upper classes are doing some really fancy stuff at the Academy Festival. Must be nice to have money to burn on stuff like this, but we're not gonna let our budget show us up. Hey there, I take it your class is working hard on this attraction for the Academy Festival too. Wait, are you serious? You haven't even decided? That's bad, like really bad. You better hurry up and pick something. Nearly checked out the whole school. Male student did not just say his name. Second year student. I wonder what the first years are planned for us this year. This should be fun. We second years have done this all before, so we're not required to do anything. So it'll be a wasted opportunity to not get involved at all. Perhaps I should find some way to lend a hand. Quick, we can rope in loads of second years. This is a great idea. So me and Linda are going to be waitresses together. Sure there's a market for that. Being twin waitresses sounds pretty good. Now I'm really looking forward to the festival. See, this is the thing. Cat cafe for school festivals in Japan. You gotta have like a ghost thing or something like that. You gotta go with the traditional stuff, right? The stuff that's always shown in every anime or manga ever. Class 4 plans on opening some kind of cafe for the festival, which I was totally in support of until they decided to use Vivi and me as the twin waitresses. Are you even too shy to be a waitress? Just pretend you're her. That'll work, right? I'm always happy to lend a hand in preparing for the festival. For example, we open up our kitchens so students can make samples of the food they'll be selling during the festival. I'm looking forward to getting a taste of this year's festival food. I do now. Nearly done with our talking. That's what I'm after. Imperial Chronicle Issue 8. How many battle scopes do we have at the moment? Still quite a few. Let's just buy a couple more just in case. Buy weapons for everyone, but everyone should be quite well equipped at this point in time, is what I imagine. Let's exchange my Sepith Mass and get some more cash. We're at 32k. Richer than I've ever been. Let's find out how the Literature Club are doing. Emma, have you joined the dark side? What do you think about the outline I gave you, Dorothy? Well, I like the fact that it's focused on boys' adolescence, but unlike my work, which hinges on indulging a lady's fantasies, yours is much more subtle. Artful, even. This is perfect. This is exactly the kind of thing I've always wanted to read. Phew, thank goodness. Now, you don't understand. That means she's getting off on it more. Planning on putting together a collection of short stories for the festival next month. At first, I was worried about the material the club wanted to include, but I was able to steer them in a better direction. No, she likes it better. Phew, that's such a relief. I planned out a story for an exclusively female audience, but Emma took it and turned it into something with crossover appeal. She's a great writer, so it makes sense that she was able to strike a balance. I'm always bringing the negative to the party, aren't I? Everyone's sure is excited for the festival. It apparently gets a lot of visitors from outside the school too. I have some big plans for the festival, so maybe I should set something up for the club too. Anything to trade at this point? We've definitely got some more points, but of course we've spent most of our stuff on the good stuff anyway. Could get a salmon badge. I mean, it is the accuracy 100% thing. Oh, we already own one? No, we don't. Why not? I've got loads of points. I'll just have it. I wonder how much longer till we can increase my angler power. Festival setup can be tough for the first year since they have things to do for their clubs and their class. That just makes it feel even better when their hard work pays off for something great. It might be tough, but it's all worth it. We're the nobles. We're at a disadvantage in both class size and preparation time. It might be a struggle to put something together worthwhile. Something worthwhile together, even. Ideally, we could think of an idea that only we could pull off. I just wonder what your club's going to do. Oh. He's been doing bad things again. Thanks to you, Rex, we were able to get plenty of great photos. Now I'm feeling pretty confident about our exhibit at the festival this year. It looks like maybe he hasn't then? Or did he just hide that stuff? Nobody's going to want to look at nothing but nature photos. We need some babes in the mix. I guess, to be honest, he is a man of the times. We need some hunks as well. Equal opportunity photo taking. I end up in charge of the room design for Class 3's event. I plan to base it on a certain haunted castle famous for its paranormal phenomena. I do so hope that something excitingly unnatural happens during the festival. Maybe it will. Are you hinting at something? Sounds like people are talking inside. Okay, next on the agenda is the issue of the food and drink stalls. More specifically, how we ensure hygiene standards across all of them. That's a big one, especially with how many non-academy visitors we'll have. Worse yet, Heinrich and some of the other instructors were saying the stalls should be banned if we can't take care of them. Are they crazy? We couldn't possibly ban food and drink stalls at a festival. Let's have the fun right there. In that case, we're really going to need each and every student to understand the responsibilities in regards to hygiene. We've still got about a month, so if we take the initiative early, why don't we discuss this with Instructor Beatrix in the infirmary and work with her? Seems like a good way to do it. Sounds good to me. No objections here. Let's sell them. I'm sure if we work together, everything will be fine. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. She seems really busy. I was hoping to ask her about what Class 7 could do for the festival, but today definitely does not seem like the right time. Maybe tomorrow. I was actually going to ask her about, like, what happened in Crossbell. She was right there in the center of it all, right? Oh well. Sad times, don't get that. And that leaves us with just the library to check out on our afternoon before free day before we do it all again. Is there a new book here? I think there is, isn't there? We've read the Media Generational Conflicts, but I don't think we've read Erebonia Folklore Volume 3. We've got the paper to read as well. Considering the size and history of the Erebonian Empire, it would come as no surprise it has a wealth of folklore, perhaps more than any other nation on the continent. This is the last in a series of 3 books that will introduce a small number of the legends and traditions in Erebonia. It is my wish that this series will stimulate new interest in the rich history and mythology of this great nation. This is where it's going to turn out. I already read it. No, I haven't. Dark Dragon. An evil dragon said to emerge from beneath the earth in Heimdall during the early Dark Ages. Killed it. It is said that the miasma it exhaled turned the capital into a city of the dead, resulting in Erebonia's centre being temporarily moved to St. Ark to the south. Whoa! Though no hard evidence exists to verify these claims, according to the legend, it was eventually vanquished by the Emperor and his knights. Wait, so that means we just verified the legend, right? What was its name? So we saw the Dark Dragon dead beneath Heimdall. Crazy. Great Knight. A giant knight claimed to have appeared on the continent on numerous occasions since even before the Erebonian Empire was founded 1,000 years ago. Existing descriptions of it are vague and differ between regions, suggesting that its existence is mere legend. So, we've also fought the Great Knight, right? The Great Knight was that big armoured thing, maybe, that we fought inside the old schoolhouse. A mortal king, is that something we'll face? Oh wait a second, is that Nosferatu? Terrifyingly powerful fiends which exist in many tales across the country, said to wield a staff and have a skull for a head. They are rumoured to steal the lives of any who see them. Ha, didn't steal mine. The origins of these particular creatures are unknown, and some provinces regard them as no different from the Grim Reaper. Which then leaves the Crimson Demon, a fabled devil said to wield 1,000 weapons. Accounts describe it as wreathed in flame, but only a small number of reports exist, all found in the areas surrounding Heimdall. And we're not far from Heimdall. Is that the one thing we haven't seen yet? Interesting. Basically, when that book basically describes 3 bosses we fought, you kind of have to expect that that 4th boss is going to show up. I seem to have developed a reputation as a font of random knowledge thanks to all the reading I do. So my classmates have decided that I'm in charge of everything related to our event setting. Our project has something to do with the stars, so maybe I should tie it to mythology somehow? Maybe. I think that the chairman of the board of directors here is the famous Prince Oliver. He's supposed to be a fascinating man, so I'd love to see him for myself. Not as though he's going to come strolling into the library, though. He's so close but so far away. I wish I could trade places with Bianca at reception just this once. Everyone loves that glimmerous foot. Anyone around up here? There's someone. Oh, so I'd make a little visit to the academy today, did you? Kind of a loss as to what our class could do for the festival. You wouldn't have any good ideas, would you? Cat cafe? A cattery? Just cats. Just cats. Just kidding. We'll figure something out. Probably. Just cats. It's the traitor cat that we keep giving milk, but I don't even know why we bother. She seems so happy. Maybe I'll bring him more. Why do we bother? Literally 100% why do I bother? I mean, she only nearly got my sister killed. Best friends, that's what we are. There's Becky over there. Oh, Becky's over there. This festival couldn't be more of a material goldmine if it were handcrafted by Eos herself. Huh, you should have heard the guys and girls arguing about our plans. It got really heated. Thanks for the material, everyone. Oh, Rean, by the way, I'm counting on you to cause some trouble again, too. Why would I do that? What's going on this time, guys? Since we have our respective classes to assist, I propose that we do our food stall preparations on our free days. Hi, we'll meet here at 5 in the morning. Alternatively, how about we don't? Yes, good comeback, mate. What? Good to see you getting used to that. Okay. Becky's brain remains an enigma to me. Yes, in my real life too. But I suppose that whimsy is one of her good points. I can't believe it. Hugo the Wee Ticket can actually make some comebacks now. Almost brings a tear to my eye. Becky, something tells me your praise is a little bit facetious. We just need to teach him your mum, and then she'll probably be enamoured for days. Shall I go back to the dormitory? Oh, we can't go in Trista this time. I think we're done, aren't we? Let's go.
Insects, huh? Well, it is fall, I guess. Hard to believe I've already been here half a year. The festival used to seem so far off, and now it's just next month. The past 6 months really have flown by.
Huh? Is that you, Rean?
Towa? Hey there. Haven't seen you out and about too much lately. I thought you were still stuck in today's student council meeting.
I'm surprised you heard about it. We just finished up a little while ago. So I thought that was a nice point to call it a day.
I see. Did you guys discuss the Academy Festival?
Yep. We've still got a lot we need to nail down before next month to keep the preparations running smoothly. There's enough to discuss that we're actually meeting again tomorrow.
Sounds like work's really keeping you busy then. By the way, have you figured out what you'd like me to help you with tomorrow? I'll even take the tasks now if you have them handy.
Oh, I usually sort those out before I go to bed. I guess I could go over them now, but there's some shopping I really need to do. Sorry, is it okay if I give them to you tomorrow morning like usual?
That's totally fine.
Rean, there's something I want to tell you, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to say it, but I want you and everyone from Class 7 to know how grateful I am for what you did at Corellia Fortress.
Oh. It's fine, really. We've gotten plenty of rounds of thanks for it already. We just kind of ended up in the wrong place at the right time, and we were lucky the instructors were there, and...
That doesn't change the fact that you saved my life. I wasn't on the same floor where the conference was being held, but if a shot from the railway guns had hit Orcus Tower, I doubt I'd be standing here today.
Towa, I'm just glad you're safe.
Thanks. Anyway, I feel like I'm just kind of babbling on and repeating myself now, so I'll stop myself here.
Huh. She's awfully conscientious, isn't she? Oh, you said you were on your way out to do some shopping, right? Is there a lot on your list?
Well, a pretty good amount, I suppose. Oh, and I just remembered I need to pick up that stuff at the bookstore, too. Then after I get everything I need at the general store, I might have to make a trip back here to drop it off.
You could do that. Or I could come along with you and help carry all those bags. So how about it? No strings. I just feel like you could use a hand.
Oh no, there's no way I could drag you along on all my errands. I mean, sure, it'd be a big help, but I just feel so bad asking you to do it. Ugh, that makes it sound like deep down I secretly want you to come, and that's not...
Well, if it eases your conscience, there's actually something I need your advice on. It's about my class and what we can do for the upcoming festival.
That should be everything. Wow, is it this late already?
I guess the sun has started setting a little earlier lately. Still, I had no idea you came here often.
Well, Mick is always able to get stuff you can't buy anywhere else. He's my go-to guy when there's something I can't get at the Academy store, like fireworks to use in school events. I think we even asked him for a penguin costume once, and he actually got it.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a pretty unique shopping list.
Uh-huh. Wait! How did you end up with all those bags? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Here, give me some of those.
Don't worry about it, I'm fine. You're carrying plenty as it is.
Sorry, Rean. Well, how about we take a break in the rest area over there? I'll buy you a coffee or something. You wanted to ask me something about the Academy Festival too, right? Ooh, yeah. That does sound like a problem. Well, your class doesn't have enough people to do anything that involves large-scale equipment or decorations. You all could get together and run a little cafe without any problems, if you all wanted to do something like that.
I'd thought about it, yeah. Still, if we're going to do something, I at least want it to be as impressive as what the other classes are doing.
Feeling a little competitive, aren't we, Rean? Well, you have enough people to put on a play or run a game tournament. But other first-year classes have already applied to do both of those.
I see. I don't really want to copy an idea another class is already doing. Actually, didn't you, Crow, Angelica, and George use the stage for your exhibit last year?
You heard about that? How much do you know?
Not too much. All of them seemed to dance around the details. One thing they all agreed on, though, was that it was a real hit.
Me and my big mouth. You really want to know?
If you don't mind telling me anyway. Who knows? It might help me think of something Class 7 could do.
Well, if you insist, I can't turn down a chance to help a sweet, fledgling first year, especially after how much you helped me. I'll reach down to my toes and muster every last bit of courage to tell you.
Thanks. Was it some kind of traumatic experience or something?
Well, in short, we put on a musical performance. A little concert of sorts, you could say.
Wow, really? I wouldn't have expected that from you guys. So you can play an instrument then?
I am afraid not. That's how I got stuck being the singer. Angie, Crow, and George all played for the show, though.
Wow, that actually sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. If we put on a musical show, I'm sure Elliot would be a big help. So what kind of music was it? Classical? Folk? Show tunes?
Well, it's hard to describe, but it was passionate, really modern.
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Well, it's not really a genre that's caught on in the Empire yet. You definitely wouldn't hear it played in Heimdall's Opera House, that's for sure.
Huh?
All right. Do you have some free time tomorrow evening? If you can't come until after you're done exploring the old schoolhouse, that's okay with me.
Tomorrow evening? Yeah, I should be free. Should I meet you in the student council room?
Oh no. Can you go to the computer room in the main school building?
Sure thing. Does this have something to do with the concert you held last year?
You'll just have to find out tomorrow night. Anyway, sorry to keep asking favors of you, but would you mind coming to the lower class dormitory with me? If we stay out here much longer, we're going to miss dinner at the dorms.
You have a point. But really, I'm fine with all the bags. Just leave the heavy lifting to me.
You're so stubborn.
As we walk, thank you for the follow there, Gruffin and Zen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As we begin Chapter 6, Progressive Chaos. Ah, that means it's prog rock. It's definitely prog rock. I'm going to be like some Dream Theater, some Rush. Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Progressive chaos begins. Hang out in the dormitory or stay in your room. Well, we didn't get to see going to the lower class dormitory by the look of it, so let's hang out in our dormitory and just talk to our classmates a little bit before we sleep for the night. We've got a paper to read after all. Who knows if it'll make me read the paper again anyway. But we always make sure to talk to our classmates. Alright. This is where it actually turns out to be some kind of weird thing instead of any genre of music I know. Hey, Eustace, what are you doing? Have some tea? I'm certain my brother has much on his mind, but shaming him for our lack of creativity simply isn't an option. We must come up with an idea befitting our class and status. Oh, he's really serious about this. He really is. What else is going on? Gaius' painting is coming along as it usually is. The idea of an academy holding its own festival is pretty new to me. We did have seasonal festivals in Nord though, so maybe it's like those. I don't doubt that coming together to put on a festival that everyone in the school can enjoy would be a lot of fun. Now we just need to think of something our class can do for it. If you really need me to model for you on that bed, I can do it. Not a problem. I helped my club prepare for the festival while trying to brainstorm an idea for our class has proven to be a challenge. We'll have to divide up our time wisely to make sure everything goes well. Well, I don't have any clubs to worry about, so I'll devote my extra time to finding a good idea for us. You say that, but I get the feeling you're even busier than the rest of us. That I am. Things we can pull off with just the number of people we've got in Class 7 are kind of limited, huh? Personally, I'd like it if we did something music related, but that might be too much of a stretch. That reminds me, Towa mentioned that she was involved in some kind of concert for last year's festival. Maybe she'll have some good ideas for us when I'll go see her tomorrow evening. Considering Elliot plays the violin, maybe it could be something like some bluegrass? If everyone knows the genre. I'm looking forward to seeing what crazy idea you decide on. I can't help you out too much though. Having someone as brilliant as me on your side already feels like stacking the deck. You stealth-gambling there. Fair enough, we'll figure out something on our own. That side, feels like you guys have finally gotten used to having me around. Guess it means I can finally take it easy. I guess so. Mackie's is still adjusting to your antics, I think. But to me, you've always been a little too lax to fit the image of the model upperclassman. I mean, now that you got the red jacket and everything, I might even forget you were a second year. Ouch, man. That one might have hit a little too close to home. Just messing with you. You look good in red. I mean, you got your other jacket up there, but do you think this red jacket is super snazzy? I wonder if I can buy one, wear one myself. That'd be cool. I want a red snazzy jacket. Yeah. People keep telling me that festivals are all about the good stalls. I wonder what kind of tasty stuff they'll have. Well, there's nothing wrong with being excited for them, but we should probably focus on an idea for our class right now. I know. Do you know? Plushies. Now Miriam has an idea at all. Instructor Sarah is out on the lash as usual. I guess I'll go straight to bed tonight. Easy to come up with ideas when you're all rested. That's true, but that raises the question. With all those naps you take, how are you always so tired? Years of experience. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense, does it? I'll try asking my clubmates about their festival plans later, but Ferris is an upper class student and the other two are second years, so I'm sure they got something amazing up their sleeves. Who wants to bet their answers are only going to depress me? Yeah, we don't exactly have a lot of options either. Still, I'm sure we'll come up with something that we can really be proud of. Yeah, you're right about that. All these students hanging all their equipment everywhere and getting the exact right hangers and holders for them. What's with that? Do you not understand how, like, you can want to do this kind of stuff, but it takes you absolutely yonks to actually do it in your house? You just procrastinate. These students are on the ball. My club isn't meeting for practice tomorrow, so maybe I should spend the day pondering an idea for the festival. I also made arrangements with Sharon to teach me too. Oh, what are you planning on having her teach you? Nothing too important. Don't worry about it. You getting Sharon to teach you cooking? Maybe? What's wrong, Emma? I just walked in your room and you didn't notice me. Oh, sorry. I guess I've been feeling rather out of it lately. Maybe it's because I've been so focused on coming up with ideas for the Literature Club's short story collection. You should take the chance to get some good rest tonight then. That's exactly what I intend to do. I sense a bonding event with Laura as well. That could be quite interesting one to check out, to be perfectly honest. Alright. Nope, she's not out. Oh, she's just in on the lash. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. You got your next field study and your practical exam coming up too, so the sooner you think of something, the better. If you really can't think of anything, you could always just post up your field study reports and call it a day. And win the award for the most boring event ever? Not on my watch. We'll only have one chance to enjoy the festival as first years after all. Good. You do understand. Who else is in here? We'll talk to you in a second. We've already been given milk after all. The chairman stated that she has high hopes for the Academy Festival. Visitors will be coming from all different regions, so it should be quite stimulating for the economy, she says. Oh. Of course, she's also looking forward to your performance as well. I'm tingling with anticipation myself. All about business. The cat's moved in. Well, I don't mind you being dumb, cat. Kinda. It's milk. You don't munch milk. That's not how you drink. You've been coming around pretty often these days, huh? I guess you must really like whatever Sharon's been making for you. Meow. Of course, milk is probably the only asset they have there. Nom, 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 nom. Just imagine that milk going everywhere. That cat's face being completely covered in just milk everywhere. Right, time to call it a day then. Another day to begin. I don't mind having a dorm pet. More glad that it's not against like any authorities. Not gonna come and get her. I'll be leaving my dorm room door slightly open so the cat can come in and possibly, just please sleep on my bed. Except, knowing what we probably know about that cat, that would probably be awkward. Student council tasks in September. 3 to do, 2 required, 1 not. From heart to stomach. It's Mint, Makarov's niece. I'm thinking about making some food as a present for someone, but I don't know what to make. It's got to be something that screams me, you know. I think I'll need Mint. I think I'll need someone's help to figure that out. You got a stomach of steel and can help me out? Meet me in the cafeteria kitchen in the student union. Mint, year 1, class 3. A personal request from Angelica. Rean, I have to ask you to do me a favor. I'll be in the training hall on the first floor of the gym. If you come prepared. Do you want me to fight you? Right, the Principal Van Dyke. Good, Mr. Schwarzer. We have come to an amusing juncture at which even were I to submit a blank request form, you would naturally assume my intent to be an investigation of the old schoolhouse. And so it is, once again. Principal Van Dyke, he has a personality. A request from Angelica. She put it in directly. I guess it doesn't have anything to do with the orbital bike. It says to come prepared. Wonder what that's all about. Let's see. We've got the usual letter from the principal, and the others a request for help making a dish. And then this evening, I'm meeting Towa in the computer room. I'm curious what she has to show, but I guess right now, I should just focus on the tasks I've got here. They got a recording, have they? Well, we've got a nice full day on our hands, and it looks like this weather's going to stick around for a while. My first 3 days since we switched back to the long sleeve uniforms too. Better roll up those sleeves and get to work. And so our day of talking to absolutely everyone looking for hidden quests begins again. Of course, the hidden quests usually only occur once we're in the evening, as is the motto, and we haven't found a single book here. 4 bonding points. Anyone in here? Just wonder if Sarah's in her bedroom. She's not. 2 of the girls are though. Emma. What's up? It's rare to see you stay in your room on a free day, Emma. Something up? Just feeling a bit tired, that's all. With the Academy Festival coming up, all the class presidents have a lot we need to take care of. That makes sense. I guess I should let you get some rest then. You've got commitments not just to our class, but to the literature club too. Well, it's not as bad as I might have made it sound. But for one thing, the literature club's festival preparations are more or less taken care of at this point. The only thing left is waiting for our class to figure out what we're going to do. Yeah, we really do need to get that sorted out pretty soon. Let's do what we can to make this festival and we will remember. Something on her mind, so something's on her mind. It was pretty obvious during last month's field study, but there's definitely something Emma's been keeping from us. We have 4 bonding points, but I feel like I'm always going to spend one with Emma, considering, yes, it's the mystery. It's the mystery we have to unlock. It's the mystery we have to unravel. I don't even know what the other ones out there are at the moment, but I'm going to spend a bonding point with Emma. Hey, Anna, you feel up to talking for a little while? I'll leave you be if you just want to rest, though. Rean, thank you. I really do appreciate your concern. Oh no, that wasn't what I... So Rean,
I have a little magic trick of your sorts that I'd like to show you. Would you like to see? That's an old-looking candlestick. Did you bring that along from home? Yes, I brought it along with everything else here. Well then, let me begin. What? Is that a conductor's baton? Wait, no, flammer. How did you do that? I didn't see you use your arcus, so that can't have been a normal art. That's right. All I can say is that it's a magic trick of sorts. However, that should make it clear that my background is abnormal, to say the very least. Although I'm sure you suspected as much after what happened at Lohengrin Castle and seeing my connection with Celine. I see. Rean? Thanks, Emma. That was a pretty interesting display right there. I have no idea how you did it, though. Rean, thank you. What are you thanking me for? You were the one who put on the show. I'm sure all our other classmates would react the same way if you showed them what you just showed me. Besides, we've got Milliam in our class. As far as Mysterious goes, the girl who can summon air get them takes the case. Takes the cheese. Takes the cake. That's the one. That's... I suppose that's true. Maybe it's ironic for Mystery Girl number 2 to ask, but what exactly is Ergebtlem anyway? Oh, so you don't know either? You're always thinking that there was nothing in the world you didn't know about. I can be any further from the truth. There's a lot that I don't know. I'll kind of think of it. I forgot that I baked some cookies yesterday. I'll go pour some herbal tea, so feel free to help yourself if you'd like. Get cookies and tea too? And so, Rean and Emma relaxed together with some cookies and herbal tea. My bond with Emma has strengthened even further. Wow, is that the first bond I'm maxed out with? Rean and Emma have reached link level 5. Rush 2. What's Rush 2? Does it only require 2 to rush? I can't believe you're the first one Obviously, I've put way too much interest in you. I'm glad I decided to show you that. It's like a weight's been lifted from my shoulders, you know. Glad I could be of assistance. Rest of Class 7 and I will always be here for you, so don't feel like you have to keep things bottled up, okay? Thank you. She opened up as much as to show us that she has something else to her. But, you know, Rean can't exactly go, "What are you? Witch?" She can't exactly do that, because, of course, Rean can transform his hair and get even stronger with a weird aura, you know? And, like, gets all edgy and stuff. You can't exactly go, "Whoa, what's wrong with you, you weirdo?" It's like, Rean's Rean. You'd do that, would you? You'd go, "Ah, witch!" Right, where have I got more things? So Laura has one. We got one with Instructor Sarah. We got one with Macias. We got one with Eustace. We got one with Fee. Gaius and Elliot. Damn, that's too many. I mean, I missed Fee and her flowers last time, but Fee's flowers growing, I feel like, is actually an important character development point for her. Instructor Sarah's just instructor. Am I gonna just go with all the girls again, am I? I want to know what Laura's lesson is. The other guys, I don't have any interest in what they're doing. I mean, Guy's in the art room, so he's doing something art related. Don't know what Elliot's doing. Eustace is probably doing something with the horses, with a rivalry. Man. Too many people I want to, not enough points of bonding. Oh, you planning on spending the day here? I am. Swimming club isn't meeting today, so I have some free time. I spend the day improving myself while attempting to think up an idea for the festival. Improving yourself? Were you doing push-ups in your room or something? Oops. Well, you know, something along those lines. It's nothing of great importance, don't worry about it. What were you doing in your room? Well, she says that, but... Would you mind if I join you with your training then? Maybe a good match will help both of us think of something. Well, I suppose there's as good a chance as any. Would you mind coming out to the highway with me, Rean? What, we're gonna fight her? Sure, I'll come, but why? You'll find out soon enough. Just come on. Oh yeah, of course you could save Scum to do it, but... And so it was that Rean was dragged along without so much as an explanation. Before he knew it, he was standing with Laura on the highway east of Trista. Feels a bit cheaty, I don't know. Says after doing it for fishing in SC. Excellent. This seems like a fine spot. There's something I'd like your help with. Wait, what are we even doing out here?
Now, I don't want to just jump to conclusions here, but if I didn't know any better, I'd say you brought me out here to have a picnic. So, Rean, I'd like to try this. It is food, it's bento. Did you make it? I did. You see, Sharon's been teaching me the finer points of cooking lately, and this seemed like as good a situation as any to have you judge my current progress. Huh, never would have expected you to take up an interest in cooking. You've got bandages all over your fingers too. That's at least proof that you've been going at it full force. Well, I am still a lady, even if I'm a disciple of the sword first. Besides, I'm just approaching cooking as another part of my training. It doesn't hurt that it helps me be more ladylike. Well, that's neither here nor there right now. Just eat the food already. I can see it as weapon training, to be perfectly honest. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she's that clumsy with a short blade that she's nicking herself quite a lot, then I can only imagine, like, this is actually going to help her in her arts, like, fighting as well, with small, subtle movements. Just eat the food already. Alright, I won't say no to something you put your heart into. He even began eating the food Laura had prepared for him. That's how I eat. So, how is it? I can't deny it doesn't exactly look all that appetizing, but I did put my all into making it. It's really good. Honestly, this is on par with the meals Sharon makes for us. No, that can't be the case. When you go that overboard with a compliment, it comes off as insincere. Maybe so, but that doesn't change the fact that I meant it. Looking at the food, looking at your hands, I can tell how much care you put into it. And that care comes through in the taste. It really does. All that extra blood, that's what it is. Well then, I'm glad you like it. Rean enjoyed Laura's picnic feast as the warm sun caressed the two of its gentle rays. Looks like I didn't even leave any leftovers. If you want undeniable proof it was great, well, there you go. You hit the grain of rice as well. That's a bit messy when it's a bit unelegant when you try to do that. Seeing you enjoy the food I made was a nice feeling. Unexpected cooking would make me feel that way. Would you like to do this again sometimes, perhaps? Would I? Just name the time and the place and I'll be there. Thank you. All right, that meal should have given you plenty of energy, so let's move right along to our sparring. What? Huh, that is what you first thought I dragged you out here for, isn't it? Come on, grab your sword and let's begin. After a rousing sparring session where Rean had to do it on a full stomach, he and Laura finally returned to the dorms. I don't lick my rice grains, no. I'm just saying that I can just imagine that's what he ended up doing. Because otherwise it takes a long time to get the singular grains out of the corners, stuff like that. Your bond with Laura has strengthened. Not enough to get level 5 though. That was a rather enjoyable outing. I'll be sure to prepare something even better if we have the chance to go again. Looking forward to it. So I'll hang out with them first of all. I guess Sharon might have some conversation dialogue to go with that. I didn't actually check if there was anyone on this floor. There isn't. And Emma would have dialogue after, right? That I maybe missed. I'm glad I decided to show you that. It's like a weight's been lifted from my shoulders, you know. But I could be of assistance. The rest of Class 7 and I will always be here for you. So don't feel like you have to keep things bottled up, okay? Thank you. Yes, tell us about your secret powers. It seems Sarah might know a little bit as well, after all. Or probably suspicion. After all, she was trying to do everything she could to get them to survive. Now, did they survive? That's a point. With their mysterious syringes that they pulled out of nowhere. Did they manage to stabilize anyone? Word has it that you stuck upon an idea of the festival mastering. Not quite. We may be getting a little help finding some inspiration for the one, though. If there's anything I can do to help, please do let me know. I should devote my entire being to aiding you all. I think we'd break all sorts of unspoken rules if we got you involved with this. Thanks for offering, but we'll try to pull up through by ourselves. Have I like you? Well, let's head out on Trista and begin our free day. Of course, we could begin it quest-wise with Mint, but let's face it, there's all this to explore once again. So Mummy and Daddy finally made up. Wait, there was no quest involving that. Good for you, Annie. Well, good for you, Annie, but I thought I was getting a quest out of that. Mummy and Daddy have stopped fighting now. They're still acting kind of awkward, but they're trying. Seeing them get along makes me happy too. So she's no longer on the wine a day diet. I'm so lucky to have a husband like Harrison. He helps me out with the chores and even works extra hard so he can take us to events like the summer festival. So I decided in this sweater for him to show my appreciation. Not exactly a professional knitter though, so it may take a while. You got a month. Couples getting on up here and then you go up there and it's couples at each other's throats. Well, that was one quest line plot thread chain that I really thought was going to happen. But obviously, Rean isn't having to fix everything. Sometimes just naturally fix things over time. But it took like a few months. Well, yeah, you kids have got another field study this month, right? That's right, the board of directors just made their decision on it the other day. Oh boy, you kids just can't catch a break, can you? Now's really not the best time to traipse around Zemuria. Well, what you gonna do? Your class is still gonna be doing something for the festival, right? Well, if you need me to order some supplies for you, just let me know. I don't bite. Usually. Thank you very much. He's got a rough exterior, but I guess he's a big softie deep down. Why would Mitch be anything but? Still just these three in the menu, never been anything different. Okay. Let's look in the trade list, that's the one. You can trade for bait with U material. I've got 19 U material from that. Oh, that's one of the things I thought I might do, is I might have grinded some U material on those monsters around there, but I never actually ended up doing that. I'm just wondering, for upgraded quartz it really is just spells. And single spells, whereas of course we get generally multi-spells off the good gems. That's the sad thing for me. I want to upgrade some stuff and use some of this bloomin'... I want to use my stuff! I've got so much Sepith. I guess I could just trade it all for money. I think we've got a Cross Crusade currently. Yeah, we've got one equipped. If we made one of them, and then we could give that to someone maybe. I say that's one thing we could do. Strength based, it seems. Oh, about the other things you can exchange as well. Send out quartz 2. Requires U material though. I'm used to all this by now. Last year people came to me with all sorts of crazy requests. Towa wanted some costume. George wanted a whole bunch of all parts. So basically let me know what you need no matter how out there it sounds. If it's possible to get it, I'll get it. Right, let's try to go and sort out Mint shortly. Start our quest first because it might take us across the academy anyway. Angelica sounds like it's going to take place in one place. I was lucky enough to catch a glimpse of Prince Oliver as he passed by in his limousine the other day. And while it only lasted a fleeting moment, I could tell immediately what a fine man he's become. I never thought I could be so moved by a single second. Always still surprised by people being that moved by royalty. Things are always buzzing around here whenever the Academy Festival starts closing in. I was just talking to Julia next door about how close it's getting to. This is one of the things I love about Trista. Right, anything going on here? Any Becky working? No Becky working. You selling Stragers now? Does look like you're selling something a little bit different. No, you're selling the old stuff again. Ah, shame. Holy Sphere. HP 800 prevents death blows. Sometimes you just need that stuff. I always find myself looking forward to the Academy Festival. There's always so much to see. It's like someone usually calls on us to make specific festival-related outfits. Given that today's a free day, I expect we'll see some students coming in today to place their orders. It took you a while to get thingamabobs over. That's for sure. Well, there's a lot of people in town at the moment. Things are always buzzing around here whenever the Academy Festival starts closing. I was just talking to Julie next door about how close it's getting to. Did I already talk to her? Huh? This was one of the things I love about Trista. Do now. Laura is so much easier to approach these days. Don't tell her I told you, but we even go shopping together. Oh, go besties. We get all sorts of students showing up to buy equipment and stuff whenever the Academy Festival starts closing in. Keeps us nice and busy. We usually get loads of customers during the festival too, so I gotta make sure we're ready for things to get even busier. Sure thing, guy. Nothing new to buy here by the look of it. Am I gonna remember to read my paper again? Some appropriate time. Maybe some noble will hit on me if my outfit for the festival is super cute. Ah, it's every girl's dream. Okay then, my mind's made up. Let's take this festival by storm. You're gonna dress up and try to hook yourself a noble, are you? There's Vincent over there on his own as usual. What about Vincent, eh? I see that things have gotten pretty busy over at Thors. You're all preparing for the Academy Festival, I take it. I'm looking forward to it myself, so allow me to wish you all good luck. There are cute girls out there, and I'm going to be the one to photograph them. Just be sure to get their permission first. Sure, whatever you say. This isn't good for my heart. No, it wouldn't be, would it? We came by to take some extra photos for the exhibit. Rex has a knack for capturing people's expressions, so that's what he's shooting. Meanwhile, I'm focusing on more scenic, artistic shots. I'll be snapping pics of the cutest girls from dawn to dusk. Has he really learned? I try to help out with the Academy Festival each year. Usually with things such as decorating the main gate and arranging flowers to send to invitees. It's kind of a fun challenge to see what sort of designs the students will request from me. If I were them, I'd be inventing some kind of waiver for him to actually carry around for people to sign, so we know we definitely have permission. Would that not be a bad idea? Oh, I should have known what would happen. Well, that would happen. Turns out Kay doesn't even want to look at the study materials I ordered for him. And he always figured that he'd taken a liking to studying. I guess it was just a phase after all. Maybe he studied all he needs to in one short period of time. We've got the Imperial Chronicle issue 8. Brewing amazing coffee. If we want some more relationship with Machias, we've got to learn cats for Emma. We technically don't even need to buy this when you think about it. An expert cookware. Will that be for Laura this time? And we don't have that. Manly Munchie's Steak. A cookbook marketed towards men. I don't like steak. Obviously, I'm not a man. Definitely not. Alright, let's go down here and learn steak as a recipe. In the book is a recipe you've never seen before. Steak! Sarana steak. Never seen steak before in my life. Never heard of it. No, sir. Alright, it'll be the bottom three down here. Cats. These cats are all so adorable. I'd buy that book. Emma's got to see this. She'll love it. You can still get Link experience even though you're maxed out. Interesting. You can go past the level. Brewing amazing coffee for Machias. Machias is a coffee drinker, right? I wonder if he'll read this book. Only Link level 3 there. The guys have been neglected so horribly. Not interested in guys. Sorry guys, it's just not interesting. All the ladies have backstories. Expert cookware. Milliam joined the cooking club, didn't she? I was with Milliam, not Laura then. Maybe this is the one book she'd actually want to read. Nah. As long as it has like pummeling of something, maybe she would. Hey, Machias. What should I go for? What are you looking for, Machias? Well, the upper and lower class chess clubs are finally joining forces for the festival. We're planning on holding chess classes, so they asked me to find a good book for beginners. Looks like things have taken a turn for the better there. You can say that again. Might be able to dig up some good reference material here. No, sorry, Machias. I really think I should reserve one for Fee. And then, supposedly I've never bonded with Eustace.